So fast forward, you had Lucian, who I talked about, who finally wrote it down. But then you got to get all the way to like the 1800s, like 2,000 years goes by.
Okay.
And there's some dude named Robert Browning. He was a British poet. And he writes a poem called Pheidippides. And that is about the Battle of Marathon. It's a real super famous poem. If you haven't read it, fine, whatever. But that blew up. That got totally famous. And so the concept of the marathon and that 25 miles and that whole thing was because of some English poet that decided to do something about it, not because of anything super historical.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Got it.
So then another 15 years goes by, roughly. Now we're getting close to like 1900. Do you remember our episode on the Olympics? We had the guy, Pierre Coubertin,
yes,
who wanted to like do the modern games again. Okay. So apparently some guy, I know I'm throwing out a lot of names here, some guy named Michael Brial read Robert Browning's poem and was super into it and loved the whole idea. So he approached Pierre Coubertin and said, hey, what if we make this marathon the center focal point of the whole modern Olympics that you're trying to start? And fun fact, they decided to do that. Pierre was like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. So that's sort of how the whole thing began in 1896, officially, first marathon, roughly 25 miles. And super fun fact, I was just there and I saw where they ran. Yes, I saw the stadium. It's still there. Like, it was awesome. So cool. Yeah, I loved it. Anyway.
So just to get this all straight.
Straighten it out for me.
So we basically have this thing called a marathon that all started from this kind of folklore myth thing.
Totally.
That then got pulled into our modern day through the modern Olympics.
By awesome writers who know how to like make stories beautiful and fun. Thank you, storytellers.
It's true.
Yes. And then into the modern Olympics.
And here we are.
And here we are. Yes.
Now we have races that happen, I feel like, weekly.
Yes. Basically we do. Yes.
But wait, I have a question because you keep saying 25 miles. Isn't like a marathon 26.2?
It is 26.2 precisely. Yes. Right? So what is that all about? People are just making shit up everywhere. So apparently all the way back, it was close to 25 miles. Nobody gave two shits because the idea was just anybody who was stupid enough to run that far, good on you. So it didn't matter. Right. So when they started it, it was 25 miles. It was 25.3 miles. It was 24.8 miles. It didn't matter. Nobody gave a shit. It was just, here's a really far, long distance race. Who wants to sign up? And we're going to laugh at you when you can't cross the finish line. That was sort of the concept behind the whole thing, right?
Fair. Yes.
So it wasn't really until 1908. So I don't know how many. So 1896 Olympics, 1908. I don't know. 12 years. Okay. London. That's when shit gets real. So, I mean, it has to because it's Great Britain and, they have the Queen and everybody has to be in charge of everything. So the race for that Olympics was planned at Windsor Castle. Okay. That's where it was going to start, which was like, is it the summer house? I think it's the summer house of the English monarchy. Okay. Yeah, I think that is, right? Because then they stay in Buckingham Palace and then.
Yeah.
So it was at Windsor Castle and then she wanted it to end right at the finish line, right at her royal box in White City Stadium is what it was called. Okay. But the whole idea is after they like mapped that whole thing out, it was 26 miles. So they're like, okay, cool. Close enough. 25, 26, close enough. But she was so specific. She wanted to start on the exact lawn, like overlooking the nursery of Windsor Castle. So all of her grandbabies and everybody could watch the start of the race. And then she wanted to make sure it ended exactly at her box at the end of the race. Yeah. And so that added 385 yards, which was the 26.2 miles exactly. So, which you would argue then we're all set, right? But we're not. So now another 12 years goes by and they do the same shit. They go back to 25, 24.8, 27. Nobody gave two shits. Okay. So it literally took all the way until 1921 before this thing called the International Amateur Athletic Federation, the IAAF, decided that's it. We're making it 26.2 miles. The Queen was smart. That's what we're doing. So
I mean, was it because it was like the farthest that they've ran? Like, why that one?
I think when I did my research, I think it came down to Great Britain, like London at the time was like, they were so forward thinking, right? You think of Paris, you think of London, you think of New York, right? So London back in 1908 was massive. Sure. So people were like, oh, well, if that's what London picked and that's what the Queen picked, because, they were colonizing everybody at the time. So I think that was one of the main drivers. And also it had a crazy ass finish. Yeah. That 1908 one, it wasn't like two people were racing, but this guy, Italian guy, Durando Petri, right, comes running in the stadium. He's 25 miles and change into this thing, and then he's going to loop around the stadium maybe a few times, and then he's going to stop at the Queen's box. Woohoo, yay, right? What happens? He loses his shit. He falls down. His legs stop working. He can't do anything. He's literally gets up, starts running the wrong way, starts running backwards. Everybody's yelling at him. They're like, no, turn around. Like, have you seen this? This happens a lot. Like, this happens a lot.
Well, I'm sure delirium.
Yes, delirium sets in. So I guess one of the race officials went over, like, helped him up, got him up, situated him, got him sent in the right direction. He finished the race. They disqualified him because a race official helped him. So they had to give. So if you go back and look in the history books, in 1908, they gave the gold medal to an American.
Wow.
Johnny Hayes.
Was that the last time an American won?
Let's go, probably. until the LA Marathon, like 5 minutes ago. What's up? Yeah. No, but she loved Durando. So she gave him like a whole, like the next day, she gave him like a trophy, because I mean, he was a total baddie. Like he was awesome, right? For sure.
Awesome.
So anyway, I think those are the reasons why it's 26.2. Hey, thanks for listening. If you like this content, subscribe, leave a review, and share with us your episode ideas. We'll pretend like they're ours and pass them off as our own. If you like this short and want to watch another, click here. If you want to catch a whole episode, click here.